So I wanted to add some like fire effects to my alembic cached figure over here, but I was coming into some problems in doing that. So if we just try and create, I don't know, like some kind of basic aero graph, and then we right click and explode that out. Well, thanks. And let's just drag all these around a bit. Let's come in a really gnarly way. Combustion settings, simulate aero, source air, geometry. Right, so if we drag in the mesh into the geometry section of the source air, and then we'll drag out the aero volume to the output. And if I rewind and play, we don't actually get anything going on. That's because you can't read directly the alembic mesh. Alright, so we need to delete this, and then we need to create a, come on, read alembic. So we'll bring that in and we'll plug that in there, but we need to give it a file name. Mine is here, scenes, and it's actually called dance.abc. Okay, and the frame rate is 24 frames a second. So give that a second to think about it. Okay, so if I go into the where do you want to go? Into the let's just try and make this a little bit more so we can see it. Source air. Let's go into the fog density and turn that up just for now to like 10. Just want to be able to see some darkness. Alright, so we can turn the detail down later, but at the moment we can see that the fluid, the aero is now showing up over our object. If I press play, there's the next issue, which is that it's only looking at frame 1. So you'd think, okay, maybe there's something in the read alembic, but the read alembic only allows you to stick in a frame number. So we can stick in like frame 20. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Frame 20 and alembic shows up. But it's only going to simulate from that point. So we've got to forget about this mesh because it doesn't even exist in what we're doing here. So let's just get rid of that. Rewind that. Put that to frame 1. Okay, so what we really need to be doing is, and I had to really faff about with trying to find out where this was, but it's done now, so I can share it with you guys. We need to give the alembic some time. So if I tab here and just type in time, and then what we need to be telling it is that we want to look at frames. So I'm just going to drag frame to frames. Give that a second. Let's have a little think. We're going to rewind and play, and now our aero is working across all frames from that alembic file, which is happy days. So now we could go in and just start refining the look somewhat. Fluid detail size, bring that down to like 2, something like that. Okay, rewind and play. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that side of it because I'll just be sitting here playing with that for ages. What's nice is that we can now delete all this. Let's just delete the graph and all that. Let's bring our guide back just for reference. Okay, so now we can go into, say, the Bifrost browser and bring in something that's been set up already for us that's a little bit more complicated. So we could bring in the flame torch. Let's import that. Move this out of the way, and we can see that we've got this flame going on at the bottom of the screen. It looks pretty nice. Someone spent some time setting it up. And we can go in and start to have a look about where we could add our alembic. So here's the create mesh sphere, and we can see there's a sphere here emitting the geometry. So I'm just going to turn this guy off again. So I'm going to, in here, I'm going to create a limbic, right limbic, or was it reader limbic? Oh, I think it was reader limbic. Reader limbic. There we go, and plumb that into the geometry. We get rid of this guy. And now if we create a time node, we'll just actually, yeah, we'll hook that up and then we'll do the next section. And let's not forget to go into the reader limbic node itself and give it a directory. And then we'll go dance.abc. Yep. Frame rate of 24. And now we can see that our dude's turned up and we're going to get some kind of crazy animation. So I'm going to play blast this and come back to you when it's done. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there. See how it looks. That's pretty cool. Obviously we've got some stepping going on, so I have to adjust some of that. But yeah, that's basically how you use a limbic to bring that in and start hooking it up to all the different simulations and stuff that we can plug it into, and that's how you use the time node plugged in to the reader limbic, and that's how you can get it all working. So we can use that for a variety of things, but yeah, today just showing you how to do a bit of fire type stuff, and it looks pretty good. With some, we have to refine that a bit, but yeah, pretty sweet, not bad. All right, nice one guys, have a good weekend. Cheers.